Hello and welcome. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope your day's going as good as ours has here in the Carr household. We have been out playing in the snow the last couple of days, or at least since yesterday. And if you hear me cough like that right there, if you hear me cough a little bit, I apologize. I've been out running in the snow, chasing snowball fights and all those type of things. And so I go ahead and apologize now. But we have had a lot of fun in the snow. Of course, we don't see snow like this ever down here. And so I've heard stories from people that said this happened like in 1963, but I obviously wasn't alive in 1963. But anyway, we've had a wonderful time. Probably my favorite picture is this one right here that my mother-in-law took. I love this picture. Of course, that's my home. And you just see snow, and we'll never see this again probably in our lifetime. And whenever it comes to all of this snow, it's just amazing and just beautiful, beautiful. And so it's just exciting. And to be here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, near the Gulf of America. I like it. Gulf of America. And then the snow everywhere. It's been amazing. It's been great. I want to mention this. We have a new organization that we're going to be kicking off soon. We've already kicked off the Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, and we're working on some other things. But it's Freedom Frontline. And our goal is to connect like-minded people that are fighting for freedom. Of course, we're going to be doing talk shows and all of those type of things, talking about freedom and those that are on the front lines that are fighting for freedom. Kind of like Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been on the front lines fighting for freedom, of course, as our 45th president, and then now as a 47th president, and just doing a great job. I appreciate all of the executive orders that he's already passed this week, especially those January 6th people that he is getting out of prison. And so I really appreciate that very much as far as him getting people out of prison that should not be in prison. Now, people that deserve to be in prison, they are to be in prison. But there are some people there that do not deserve to be in jail whatsoever. So I'm so thankful that Donald Trump is working to get them out of jail. Speaking of Donald Trump, today is he and his wife's 20th anniversary. So happy anniversary to President Donald Trump and to our First Lady. She's so beautiful. Our First Lady and Donald Trump, just an amazing couple doing amazing things for the United States of America. And I'm so proud of our president and the work that he is doing, the work that he has done, and of course the work that he's going to continue to do for our great nation. If you've been paying attention, if you've been watching, listen, you can say a lot of things about Donald Trump, but there's one thing that you can have a hard time convincing anyone of, and especially me, and that is that he doesn't love America. I believe with all of my heart that Donald Trump, he loves America, and he's doing all that he can to keep her and to make her great again. And I believe he's going to do a good job. So, President Donald Trump, we wish you and our beautiful First Lady, we wish you a happy anniversary as you celebrate today 20 years married together. I want you guys to listen to this bishop. He just lit into Donald Trump, about these immigrants that are here illegally, about transgenders. Of course, Donald Trump said that there's only two genders, and there are only two genders. I don't care what this bishop says. I don't care what anybody says. There are only two genders. You're either male or female. And that's how God created them, male or female. And of course, you have a lot of people in today's world, they're trying to get rid of everything that God created. And they're trying to stop. That's why they fight the home so much. That's why they have come after the home and have attacked the home. And now they're attacking gender. Because God, in the very beginning, created either male and female. And so, which is very important. So then you have this bishop. He's up here. If I was Donald Trump, I'm telling you, I would have had a hard time not walking out. Now, I know why Donald Trump didn't walk out. He didn't walk out because he's the president, and then all these people would be saying, oh, he disrespected the house of God. I've got news for you. This is no house of God. Now, I might take flack for that, but I don't give a rip. The fact of the matter is, this bishop was way out of line. This bishop crossed lines that this bishop should never have crossed. Listen, if there are these transgender and gay and lesbian children that you speak of, Bishop, if they are fearing for their life, it is because their mom and dad hasn't done a good job training them and teaching them. I put this on mom and dad. This isn't Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump hasn't done anything for them to fear, except just make a statement that is fact. There are only two genders. You're either male or female. Now, you might want to pretend that you're something else that you're not, but the fact is you're either male or female. Tonight at dinner, I was talking to my children, and I asked my children, I said, how many genders are there? They looked at me like I was crazy. There are only 2 genders. Don't get mad at people like me if we look at you and think you're dumb because you want to act like there's 575 genders. No, you're crazy. You've lost your ever-loving mind. There's only 2 genders. You're either male or female. If you want to act like a cat, if you want to pretend you're a dog, if you want to pretend that you're another whatever gender that is not even there, if you want to pretend, if you want to do your fairy tale, then go at it. But don't expect any of us people that have a clear mind, don't expect any of us to buy into that garbage. Because the truth is there's only 2 genders. I want you to watch this. I want you to listen to this. As this bishop says, all that this bishop says, listen, if you're here illegally, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. The law is clear. Listen, if I go and rob a bank tonight, they're going to put me in jail. If I go and harm somebody, they're going to put me in jail. And I'm going to be separated from my wife and from my children because I broke the law. If you break the law, you're going to be separated. If you don't want to be separated from your family, don't break the law. It's simple. Don't break the law. Listen, I'm all about freedom, and I love freedom. I think freedom is important. And one thing that I talk about on the Dan Carr Show, and one thing that I talk about here, I say it all the time. We talk about freedom, freedom, freedom. And I love freedom. I am a freedom, 100% freedom. Listen, I'm a freedom guy. I'm going to push for freedom. I'm going to fight for freedom. That is something that I'm going to fight for all the time. And the other thing that I talk about all the time is your vote counts. That is something that we talk about every single show. I mention your vote counts because the reality of it is your vote does count. And if you wouldn't have voted, and if you and I if we didn't go to the polls in November, we would have Kamala Harris. And could you imagine the kind of country that we would have with Kamala Harris? I mean, there's already a ceasefire agreement happening, or they're working on in Israel with Hamas. Russia and Ukraine are already wanting to come to a peace agreement, all because you and I went to the polls and we voted. We realized and we understood that our vote counted. And if we wouldn't have went to the polls, we'd have had people like this bishop running our country. I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen. Listen carefully. Listen closely at the direction that some of these, whatever you want to call them, the direction that they want to bring our country.
Let me make one final plea.
One final plea. He's already given her message, but I want to make one final plea to the President of the United States. Let me try to change your mind. And she's going to use God in the Bible to try to change his mind.
Mr. President, millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God.
Yeah, and what she's talking about, whenever Donald Trump was they tried to kill him, and that God protected his life. I mean, they try to kill this man. They try to assassinate him time and time and time again. They try to destroy his character, try to put his family in jail. Try to put him in jail. They try to destroy his life. And this bishop and people like this bishop are part of that problem in America that Donald Trump is rooting out and fighting against, and that we better be, as Christians, standing and fight against. Listen, I saw somebody tweet out that if we really love God, then we would agree with this bishop. Whoever tweeted that must have been high on something. Listen, as a Christian, yeah, we should love people. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go with your garbage of there's more than 2 genders, and that we need to let every illegal into this country, even some of the bad and worst people to ever walk this planet, as they're murdering and killing people. I'm not going to play your games with you. As a Christian, yeah, I'll love you as we ship you back, and then you could come back to America legally, because we're going to uphold the rule of law. And there's only 2 genders, plain and simple. Let's keep watching. Well, I got fired up listening to this bishop.
In the name of our God.
In the name of our God. Who is she talking about? What God is she talking about? You know, whenever you think about these transgenders and the stuff that they're doing to these children, brainwashing these children, getting these mutilization surgery to these children, and you're going to do that in the name of our God? My God says that if you offend one of these little ones, if you harm one of these little ones, You like having a big stone tied around your neck and cast into the sea. And she's going to invoke God in this?
I ask you
Or he, whatever.
to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
They're not scared because of Donald Trump. They're scared because of people like you, Bishop. Because you're brainwashing these people. Yeah, they're not scared because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump just said there's two genders. That's been from Adam and Eve. Two genders.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in...
They're that way because they've been brainwashed by people like this bishop, and they've been brainwashed by parents or some Disney movie or some movie out there that's perverted. That's why they're like that. They went and watched, some gay, whatever you want to call them, dance in front of them out at some library. This bishop has lost his ever-loving mind.
Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some...
Of course she's going to put Democrat, Republican, independent families, but she only cares about the Democrat families because it's the Democrat families that voted against Trump. But the Republicans and independents, we voted for Trump. Overwhelmingly voted for Trump. She's not talking about Republicans. She could care less about Republicans, or he could care less about Republicans.
Who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after...
I know a lot of people that do these things, and none of them are fearing for their life. They're not fearing their job. They're not fearing anything. They went to work. Well, some of them didn't go to work today because of the snow, but I know a lot of people that wash dishes at a restaurant. I know many people that wait on tables at a restaurant. I know many farmers. None of them were fearing their life because they're here legally. They were born or raised here, or they came here legally. They're not fearing deportation.
We eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens.
If they're not citizens, and if they're not here legally, on like a green card or however, then they need to be shipped back home where they're supposed to be because they're breaking the law.
Or have the proper documentation.
If they don't have the proper documentation, and if they're not here legally, that is not Donald Trump's fault. They broke the law. They broke the law.
But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
And we agree. We are not opposed to immigrants. We are not opposed to immigration. And she's right, or he's right. The majority of them are not. They are not criminals. There's a lot of people in our country that came legally. We want them here. They come to America legally. They get a job, they work, they pay taxes. They're here legally. We welcome, we want them to come. We're against illegal immigration. We're against the people coming here illegally, breaking the law, murdering and raping our women. That's what we're against. We're opposed to that 100%. But everyone else is here legally. They're going to work. I know a lot of people. One of my best friends is here from Mexico. He's here legal. We work together. He's a good man, good friend, built a strong business. There's another man that I know that's here from Canada. He's here legally. He's built a strong business. Legally. We're all about legal immigration. But we stand against illegal immigration. We stand against breaking the law.
They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches.
Bottom line, what she's trying to say is she's mad because Kamala got beat. He's mad because Kamala got beat. Some liberal woke agenda that this church is pushing. So they put up one of their woke bishops to get up there to slap Donald Trump on the hand. Well, President Trump, America stands with you. This Baptist preacher stands with you. 100%. There's only two genders, male or female. Male or female. Illegals, people that are here illegally, they need to go back. They need to come back legally. There's thousands of people that come legally every single day. We're all about legal immigration. This bishop is wrong. This church is wrong. And we stand against this kind of nonsense. What she is preaching, or he is preaching, is not Christianity. It's not Christianity. That's enough for tonight. I've said plenty. Let me just put a few more. Let me just say a few more things. We're going to be putting out more information soon about Freedom Frontline. I hope you're looking for it, watching it. We can't wait. We have a lot of good things, a lot of exciting things planned. Got a great website. The website looks wonderful. Some of you have already been on the website. It looks good. We're excited about that. Of course, President Donald Trump, happy anniversary. Man, we love you. We love our First Lady. We're praying for you. We are in your corner, sir. America's fighting for you, 100%. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great United States of America.